So yeah, this is what's going on here. It's pretty crazy too, because it's never, ever, like since I've been out here, snowed like this. Like this is like Winnipeg. It's crazy. It just doesn't stop, you know? I mean, it was kind of cold out here, but not like this. This is crazy. Like, look. It's just nuts, dude. No wonder I'm still sick. It's crunchy, too, when you step in it. I'm in my slippers, but this is like the perfect snowball weather. Like, see, it's just so easy, and then just bah. And now it's the middle of the night, because that last clip, believe it or not, while it was during the day, I was completely exhausted, and I ended up going to bed shortly after making that video clip, right? And now it's 5 in the morning. I've already been up since, I think, 11 at night, and I've just been working, you know, kind of hanging out, playing Ark every now and then just editing videos, and I'm about to start recording and wanted to kind of take this opportunity, because I've been so busy lately, to kind of talk about some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes. First and foremost, I know that a lot of you have been asking what's going on with Trove. Why am I not following the schedule that I ended up talking about in like a vlog video? And needless to say, it wasn't really working for me uploading Trove like on a specific schedule where it was going to have like 3 Xbox, 3 PS4, and 1 PC a week. Now I'm just kind of recording and uploading whichever version of Trove I'm enjoying at the time, and not really worrying too much about which version I'm putting up. But I know that there's fans of like each version, so it's not like I'm going to not upload one of them throughout the entire week. It's not like there's not going to be Xbox or PS4 or PC within the entire week, you know what I mean? No news on Skysaga yet, just that we know Alpha 10 is going to be coming, and it's going to like kind of re-roll everybody. A lot of us in the Discord have been talking about how like nobody's really playing Skysaga anymore, myself included. I don't really play it that much off camera and grind it, because we're all waiting for the Alpha 10 to kick in, because it's going to reset our characters, and you're only going to get to keep like a handful of things, like your friends list and your home world and stuff like that. So once that update ends up hitting, then you can expect to see a lot of us in the Discord anyways on Skysaga a little bit more, and actually grinding some more. Then there's also that Poi game, which for some reason I keep calling Pio every now and then, like Pio and Poi. I just kind of mix them both up. But having a blast with that game, and it seems like everybody that ended up watching that video was really into it in the comments and stuff. So I'm really happy about that, because it's actually an amazing game. I haven't really gotten any further than just the second episode, which is going to come out, I think, tomorrow or something. I'd have to look at my calendar. But there's going to be the second episode coming out this week for Poi, and that's pretty much all I have recorded. I am going to try and record some more tonight, but we'll see what ends up happening. I also do have to record some more Uncharted. A lot of you have been asking as well about like what's gonna go on with that series, how regular is it gonna be and stuff, and I forget if I talked about it in the last vlog video or not, but I'm going to have Uncharted once a week for now, and then kind of once I get the more of an opportunity and have a little bit more freedom with my schedule, where I can actually like start recording a little bit more often for Uncharted, then maybe I can start having like maybe 2 a week or something. I don't really want to do 3 a week, just because those episodes are like 40 minutes long, so it's kind of like you get enough content for 1 week anyways, right? And I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. It also depends how fast I end up getting through the game, because if it's going to take like 5 months of uploading 1 video a week to get through the whole series, that's just not going to work for me. So I'll readjust my uploading schedule accordingly with Uncharted. Roblox, I haven't really been playing that often. I forget again if I talked about this in the last vlog video, because I've had quite a few of these vlog videos that I recorded and scrapped. So I'm not exactly sure how much, information I've already shared with all of you. But in any case, I haven't really been that into Roblox Roblox lately. It still is a great game, and I still want to keep it on the channel regularly, but that's going to be bumped down to once a week. And so is the Dragon Quest game as well, because that game's starting to get a little bit grindy for me. It's still a good game, and a friend of mine, Atticus, has actually been playing it a lot, and he's gotten like really far into the game, so I've got a little bit of spoilers as to where the game ends up going. Apparently there's actually more than one chapter. Now, I kind of suspected this because when you load up your file the first time, you actually pick and choose the world that you're in, right? So once you end up getting to the end of that world, you pretty much have the option to go to the next chapter or continue building in that one world, right? And as you're building in that world, there'll be like special bosses and side quests and stuff like that we could end up doing. So I might be more inclined to go in that direction and kind of see how I feel when we get to the second chapter, because otherwise, now that I'm seeing how long the game is going to end up actually taking to finish, I personally don't know how interested I'm going to be in the game once we get to that point. So right now the soft goal is to get through chapter 1 and then kind of see how I feel about it. It's a great game. I absolutely love it, but it's one of those games where it's difficult to record because of the amount of time that it actually takes for me to grind up the resources and all of that stuff. It would be fine, except I've got lots of other games already that I'm doing that in. And then there's also Ark, which I talked about in the last vlog video. I was kind of just on the fence about. I was one of those people that never really got into the Ark hype. I just never really cared for it. I watched YouTubers play it all the time, and I really enjoyed watching it, but it wasn't something that I was very interested in playing. And I think that would still be the case if I was playing it on my own. I don't think I would have given the game a chance. But on the private server that I've got, where I've been playing with a couple of the admins and, people that were fans like years ago and ended up like becoming my friends now. We've been having an absolute blast on the Ark server. It's just been so awesome. I'm really, really into that game, Not to mention the fact that it actually offers a bit of a meta game, which I think is just fantastic, But as far as videos are concerned, I may do like a video or two, kind of similar to, most of you might not remember, but a long time ago when I did some Minecraft videos, I actually did a video or two on the Hexit server that I had, and I was kind of just talking about and running through here's what ended up happening, here was my experiences. Never really started a series on it though, because I didn't really want to dedicate that much time to that type of a game. And Ark is kind of the same thing, where where I'm at right now, where we've got Quetzals and T-Rex and Spinos and everything like that, it would have taken 100 episodes, or at least I'm over exaggerating. It would have taken at least over 50 episodes in an Ark series for me to actually get to this point, let alone I wouldn't have had the extra time to learn the game mechanics as much as I have been. It's kind of like I'm just playing the game for myself. And because of that, because I've been doing YouTube long enough, I can kind of gauge what would what would have to go into actually starting a full Ark series. Now, the biggest thing about it, the biggest reason why I'm not really as into it, is because that slow sense of progression. You don't get to progress much if you're doing YouTube videos, because then there's kind of a nice balance right in the middle of how much you actually include on camera. And it would be ridiculous to record one episode at the beginning of the game and then suddenly the next episode, well, we're at the end, But the biggest thing is I don't really know if Ark is one of those games that would be high on demand on the channel. I don't know how popular it would be. And with the amount of effort and work that I would personally have to put into that series, grinding resources off camera and stuff like that, I just don't know if it would be worth it in the long run. Now, one thing that I may end up doing, because I know that a lot of you have been wanting me to do more live streams, which at the moment, I don't really have any extra time for live streams. However, I've been spending a lot of my extra time, time off or time while I'm rendering videos and stuff like that. I'll actually just be playing Ark and grinding resources or capturing dinos and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that right now we're playing on a map called the Center. And once we fully, use up all of the content on that map, it's still going to be a while away. But I may consider streaming once we move to the normal map in the game, like the normal default map made by the devs, because just with all of the resource gathering and stuff like that, and just finding myself sitting there in the middle of the night and playing Ark for like an hour or two, it's like, why am I not just streaming this? Even if I'm not necessarily, interacting with the viewers or anything, just kind of treating it as more of a live stream rather than being a YouTube entertainer, you know what I mean? I just realized that might not make sense to most people. It's kind of just the difference between YouTubers and Twitch streamers. So you see how people on Twitch, will kind of just be sitting there dead and not bother commentating and stuff like that, whereas with YouTube, we're trying to make like as entertaining a video as possible in like as short a time as possible. But it's because of that, it's because of the fact that I'm a YouTuber first, that I have a very hard time live streaming, because when I start live streaming, I get really excited that I'm interacting with fans and stuff, and I start getting, spending a lot of my energy, and then it's like in an hour I'm dead, and I want to stop the live stream because I personally feel that anything further than that would just be a waste of time and boring content, right? But I've been trying to think about that differently because streaming is different. But that's the whole thing you gotta understand, is that I am not a Twitch streamer, I just am not. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. If it's high enough on demand, I might kind of experiment with it, and I wouldn't be against starting an Ark Let's Play series if, like, once we swap over to the normal map, but no plans right now. We'll kind of see what happens. I'm gonna have like a video or two kind of touring the world that we've got right now, kind of explaining some stories about what I've been doing behind the scenes, but I'm not really planning on doing a full Let's Play yet. I've already got a lot on my plate right now, and squeezing in an Ark series is just gonna be ridiculous, not to mention today that Ludoria game comes out that I've been talking about for a while, and I'm not trying to like overly hype that game or anything. It might come out and not be the most entertaining for like a full-on Let's Play series. It might not have enough content for it, but at the least I do want to do a random side video of it because it's one of those indie games that I've been keeping track of for quite some time. Anyways, this is already a longer vlog video. I just wanted to kind of let you, touch base, let you all know what's going on, and just say thank you so much for your positivity and continued support. I wouldn't be where I am or who I am today without, the fine, beautiful people of the internet that you are. And the fact that we're getting so close to 100,000 subs just melts my heart and makes me, like, so super duper excited that I'm gonna actually have, like, a physical, like, award, I guess, like the silver play button. It's not so much about bragging rights or anything like that. It's more to be able to sit there and say that I did it, because I've been doing YouTube for such a long time, and honestly speaking, I didn't know if 100,000 subs was going to be something that would be possible for me. As far as my content and my weird style of humor is concerned, but it seems that enough of you are into it that you wanted to subscribe and watch more, and I'm just so humbled and so appreciative of all of it. So 100K hype, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It's probably gonna be a little while before we get to 100K though, with that weird YouTube bug going around. I'm sure you saw PewDiePie's video and every other YouTuber out there talking about it. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.